Hey, Mrparka here to review one from Midnight Releasing, and this is Axeman. Yeah, not a truly great original title there, but you know, this movie's not really an original concept going on either. We got a slasher flick with a bunch of probably older than they should be for the way they act, people going out to have a good time, a bunch of friends getting together after years to you know, get drunk and reminisce, I guess, is what they're going to do. Essentially, a couple of the characters are pretty stereotypical, and thankfully they get picked off right off the bat. These characters that are so obnoxious, they're just your run-of-the-mill characters. You know, the guy who's such an asshole prick that he's unrealistic, and you wonder why he's there. Like, why does he want to hang out with these people, and why do they want to hang out with him? So it's a relief to see him gone very fast. And then, of course, there's even this perverted character in here, a heavy guy with a camera. Think Cheerleader Cam. Remember that movie? Yeah, there was a heavy guy with a kind of a peeping Tom heavy guy, comedy guy, and he's in this film as well, that type of character. But essentially what it is your typical slasher film, and there's this old tale about, I believe, an Axeman out here killing people. It's even recited around a campfire or when everyone's ready to go to sleep. What did stick out to me was there's a lesbian couple in here, and there's a scene where they generally show love for each other, which was kind of cool, kind of unique. And
look, Tammy, I'm having a lot of fun, and I don't want to shit on it or anything, but I want to know where we are with this. And I feel special and grateful and everything that comes along with being your sunshine, but I mean, what does that even mean?
I probably shouldn't even tell you this, but I've liked you for the past 7 years. And I had to sit and watch you date all these jerks, guy after guy, failed relationship after failed relationship, and be miserable, when I knew that I could make you happier than any of those guys. And then, finally, 8 months ago, you gave me that opportunity. It was like the sun had finally risen.
And there's also a scene where this guy is trying to pick up that he's always liked this girl, and they kind of seem to share to have a bond a bit. I did kind of feel bad for the lesbian chicks in this situation, because you kind of actually start rooting for those characters. Like I said, a couple of the characters are decent. The acting's okay. The gore is all right. The after effects have some practical stuff in there, like, you know, a head being ripped open and brain being pulled out. That's fine. That looks cool. There's some CGI blood splatter that flies out. Not very appealing, kind of stupid, maybe unneeded, I think, but it's in there nonetheless. It kind of happens a lot with these movies. The killer, physically, he is there. He's big, he is huge, he has a beard, he's scary looking. Physically, he can act well physically, but some of the lines he says towards the end kind of come off stale or come off weird, or if that's just a character or his direction or something. Wasn't feeling when he started talking. I just didn't really particularly care for it, but the guy definitely has a future in killing people in movies, because this guy is big and fairly scary. Like I said, the deaths are okay. It has some cameos by, you know, some old Scream queens, Tiffany, Shepis, and Brinke Stevens, and you know, they're kind of like your typical cameos in these type of films. You need a star power, so you get them in there. But all in all, it's just kind of mediocre slasher film with that's not horrible. It's not really great. It's not a bad movie either. It kind of falls to that fare. It's probably a little too long at 103 minutes. That might push some people off. But I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I wouldn't wholeheartedly recommend it or anything, but I wouldn't say don't go see that ever. I mean, it's an okay. If you're a big fan of slasher films, it's definitely your typical kind of old school slasher film where kids go in the woods, kids get dead, which is actually a title of kind of a parody of slasher film. But that's essentially what happens with these people. I do think they act a little immature for their age, and I don't think they're freaked out enough about people disappearing. People just typically don't disappear that long, from my experiences hanging out and things like that. But all in all, it's an alright movie, like I said. I wouldn't really give it the thumbs up or the thumbs down. I would just say it is what it is. It's a slasher flick, modern day type deal here. scary killer, kind of. He has his points of good and bad. Decent gore, but it also has the bad splatter at points. Some nudity, I think. I believe there's a little bit of nudity. There's a lot of sex and things like that in here. But a couple bad characters, a couple alright characters. Definitely a mixed bag movie here. So if this sounds like it's up your alley, check out some of the clips. You may enjoy it. And there's a really, really gross makeout scene that I won't give too much away on. But it involves, drinking too much and still making out. I'm Mr. Parka. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.